Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is John Jank Gaming on the mic here, coming at you with a brand new episode of the Detroit Lions franchise here on Madden 22. And we got a good game on our hands, man. We got to go on the road. We got to go face off against the Minnesota Vikings, man. And, man, they are looking like a dangerous team right now. Tied for the best team in the NFC North. Yeah, this could be one of those episodes where this could end up being a double-header kind of episode. Not because I'm not confident that will end up being the Vikings, but we do have a breakout player opportunity. Amani Laurier, you know, has been doing some really great work. As a pro and for us as the Lions. I completely lost my train of thought, but we got a goal here for Amani Laurier. If we can hold the Vikings to less than 200 passing yards, or we can get Amani Laurier, an interception, forced fumble, TFL, or a sack. You know what I'm saying? That will mean he can improve his dev trait. And we need some stars on this team, man. We don't have any stars right now. Not saying that he could be a star, but that would certainly help with that as well if we can end up getting that happen to him. But that being said, let's go ahead and put our game strategy in real quick. See what we're going up against. They want us to go ahead and defend the deep pass, but this is a run-heavy squad, man. So I'm actually going to switch it up. I'm actually going to go ahead and go try to slow down Dalvin Cook and force Kirk Cousins to go ahead and try to beat us through the air. That's at least what my plan is on the defensive side of the ball. And then on the offensive side of the ball, what I want to do instead, I want to keep what we've been doing. I think I want to go ahead and work with the blitz counter. To help our offensive line a little bit. They do like to blitz at least a third of the time, which, it happens quite a bit. They like to send quite a bit of pressure for sure. We're going to keep doing full pads because I haven't really seen much of a fatigue difference, really, at least in my dynasty. And I'm still not really seeing it. So, and it really helps our team, get more gameplay and stuff. So. Yeah, man, that being said, I think I'm going to play I think I'm going to make this a doubleheader, so it's going to be a great episode regardless, man. Make sure you smash that like button, hit subscribe as well if you have to be brand new. Let's go ahead and get it in, man. We'll see if we can get 2 wins in 1 episode. That would be nice to see. Alright, man, so with us going ahead and getting our first breakout opportunity of this series, we're going to go ahead and see if we can try and take advantage of it. And also, gonna go ahead and make this a doubleheader, man. Trying to play the moments. It's a 17-game season. I'm not gonna play all 17 games in full length. You know what I'm saying? I'll show all of them, but I'm not gonna necessarily go too deep in all 17 games necessarily. But right now we're not doing too bad, man. We find TJ Hockenson, on that crossing route. He's able to go ahead, pick up the first down for us, and we're starting to get TJ Hockenson more involved in the offense. That's something that I really wanted to work on. He is arguably one of the best players on this team. So I want to get him more involved. As Jared Goff trying to go to TJ Hockenson again, but this time it's incomplete. We're going to have to punt this football away, man. Not what I wanted to do necessarily, but it is what it is, though. As we're already finding ourselves down 7-0 right now, and they find themselves in the red zone. And listen, if we have any chance of beating these Minnesota Vikings on the road, we're going to have to stop this running game, man. Even without Dalvin Cook, who's not in the game for whatever reason. I don't know if he's hurt or what's really going on with him, to be honest with you guys. But, even the backup Madison, he can do some things as well. We can't have guys like that open. We got Adam Thielen all by himself in the end zone. It's another touchdown for the Vikings, man. And we're down 14-0 here, in this first half. We got to run a nice little 2-minute drill, but right now all the momentum is going their way right now. Trying to make something shake here. Throwing it short over to Brent Perriman. And Perriman's going to at least get close to that first down marker before we go ahead. We got to go into that no-huddle offense. I want to try to save those timeouts as much as we can here as we throw a dot to Quincy Selvis. Let's go, baby. What a nice throw by Jared Goff. Way to drop it right in the bucket. And we get out of bounds, too. We save our timeouts. So now here we go. 1st and 10 off the big play by Quincy Chavez. And we almost get intercepted there. That was extremely close. Glad it wasn't picked off so we can keep this drive going. We'll throw over the middle. We find Quincy Chavez once again. And we'll go ahead and just take a timeout here. Trying to save some time off the clock. Not trying to go no huddle all of the time here. Just need to make sure we pick up this 1st down here. 3rd and 1 coming up. And look who it is. Tyrell Williams. He's been doing some great stuff for us this entire season just so far. At least this 1st quarter of the season. Let's see if we can get him open again, man. Trying to get him on the slant. Although we have nowhere to go with the football, though. And we got to call another timeout because we end up getting sacked. And now 2nd and 16. We're going to be forced to pass the football here. But look at this. Tyrell Williams find himself open down the sideline, big fella. Let's go, man. 1st and goal coming up. Let's go ahead. Let's finish this drive off once and for all so we can cut this deficit in half before we go ahead and go into the locker room. Somebody get open. No. Incomplete. So now it goes to a 2nd and goal now coming up. And Jared Goff, he's in the shotgun. He's looking around, trying to scramble upfield, but we end up fumbling the football instead, and we have to go no huddle because we only have 1 timeout, man. And like I said, I'm not trying to settle for a field goal here anytime soon. Trying to make a play with Deandre Swift. No! He can't make the play. And that means we do have to go ahead and settle for the field goal. This hurts my soul a little bit, man. We had a chance to cut this deficit in half. We still get points, which is not the worst thing in the world, but we only end up with a singular field goal. So now, we get this ball to start the 2nd half. Luckily, and we got some work to do, man. Down 14-3. We need to score on this drive. That would be a great way to start the 2nd half as TJ Hawkinson makes another great play downfield, and we're deep in Vikings territory. So now we got a 3rd and long coming up here. We're dropping back the pass because why not? Going towards the end zone. Did he catch that? Oh, it's dropped. That probably would have been for the best because that probably was more likely going to a Vikings player than anything else. We do get another field goal, but another promising drive ends in another field goal. It's still a 1-possession game, but if we want to tie this game up, we have to score eventually. And particularly, we got to make sure to keep these Vikings out of the end zone as well. Big play for us here on 3rd and 2. And Madison continues to kill us on the ground. 20 carries, 104 yards. Keep in mind, this is their backup tailback as well. Dalvin Cook is on this team too. He's not even playing today, probably because of injury. But we get to the quarterback though. Adam McNeil, the rookie, ends up bringing him down, and it's going to be a long 3rd and goal here, and you'll love to see it. Didn't even give him any time to throw the football either. So now long 3rd and goal coming up here. Let's get him off the field. Kirk dropping back quickly, trying to get it out to the right-hand side, but forced out of bounds. So, and Kirk Cousins tried to go with the check down and try to win upfield. But that being said, Vikings are actually going to go for it here on 4th and goal. This is big for us. Here comes Madison, and can we keep him out? We do. Yes, sir, baby. Okay. So Vikings get nothing on there. We get a goal line stand at the goal line. You'll love to see it. And it leads to a big drive for us here. Well, we have a chance to potentially tie this game, man. Got to finish this 3rd and 9. Get it to Tyro Williams, who picks up the 1st down, but we're not in the end zone. At least not yet. So now, 1st and goal coming up here. Jared Goff going to hand it up the middle to Deandre Swift, and he's able to walk himself into the end zone. And I don't know if we'll be able to do this 2-point conversion, but if we get it, we will end up tying this game, which is exactly what we did. Was not allowed to play the 2-point conversion in the moments for whatever reason. You know, I'm still learning what Madden be doing out here, man. But, hey, we are playing tough against a pretty good Minnesota Vikings squad. Depending on what happens with the Aaron Rodgers situation, they could be the favorite to potentially win this NFC North. You know, certainly up there with the Chicago Bears, if they ever end up actually starting Justin Fields in real life. But right now, the Vikings are probably just focusing in on this drive that they have at hand right now, and it's another big first down for them. So they are well into field goal range right now. As Kirk Cousins, he drops back. He's just going to try to throw a drag route, looking for Justin Jefferson. But that's going to end up being incomplete. So now 3rd and 10 here. Adam Matheson, he's going to go ahead, run it on the outside. And it's beside it being a 3rd and 10, the Vikings run the ball anyways. And perfect blocking on the exterior leads to a Vikings touchdown. So now back at it again, down by 7. We got to score on this drive. We're going to go for it on 4th down if we have to do that. As Tyro Williams, way to make a play. Can we make one man miss? No. But it's 1st and goal for us once again. We're looking for that response. Let's see if we can get it done here. 1st and goal coming up. Goff moving a man in motion. It's going to be a running play for Deandre Swift, who almost gets himself into the end zone. He's starting to warm up here a little bit. 2nd and goal now coming up. We're going to try to pass it here quickly on 2nd and goal, but it's deflected away. And now we get it to a 3rd and goal. Can we punch it in? Tie this ball game. Deandre Swift fighting forward and picking up the touchdown. Let's go, baby. Your Detroit Lions in the thick of it, man. We're all tied up at 21 apiece because we do end up getting that extra point. And that was perfect timing, too, because that was at the 2-minute warning. So if we can get one more stop here on defense, we can go ahead. You know, we can potentially win this ball game here. I really don't want to go to overtime, considering we are on the road and we are going up against, you know, a team with a little bit more talent on their roster than we do right now, man. So if I really, you know, want to try to at least hold it down for us, but right now it's not looking too good for us whatsoever, man. They are actually driving down the thick of this field right now. It's a 2nd and 5 coming up as Kirk Cousins, he runs with it again. We miss. We had him in the backfield, but we miss the tackle, man. That's tough. But that means Minnesota might be able to go ahead and just run out the rest of his clock. Unless we get a miracle, you know, in this game, man, it's not looking great for us right now. And matter of fact, they will run out a lot of his clock. We do end up icing the kicker, but it's just so close of a field goal. I doubt he misses it. And yeah, I was certainly right there, man. The field goal attempt is good. And with like less than 5 seconds left, we're down by a field goal. So the only thing we got left to do here, you know, try to throw a Hail Mary. Hopefully we can get something going here. Let's see if we can make it happen as we drop back. We're running with Jared Goff. He's going to send this as far as he possibly can. It's not in the end zone. It's incomplete, but wait. There's a flag. What's the penalty? If that's defensive pass interference, it is. Yo. That's a 60-yard penalty, and that's going to actually get us in field goal range ourselves. And listen, I don't want to risk it, at least this far out. If I was a little closer, I would try to get it in the end zone. But, yeah, got to do what's best for us. We will at least force overtime. But the biggest thing for us is make sure that Minnesota doesn't score a touchdown. If they do end up scoring a touchdown on this drive, this game is over. Straight up and down. There's nothing else that we could do about it. But at the same time, though, another 1st and 10 coming up here as Kirk Cousins drops back. He's going to try to throw it towards the end zone. Finds Justin Jefferson again. He's a stud, man. 2nd-year pro. Another 1st and goal opportunity for him. So now, 1st and goal coming up here as Kirk Cousins drops back, and it's dropped. Oh, we got to play better than that on defense. We got so lucky there. As now Kirk Cousins drops back, finds Justin Jefferson in the end zone. And that's just how this cookie crumbles, man. We lose another overtime game. We lose by a final score of 30-24. Hey, we're putting up a good fight. I'm really liking what I'm seeing overall, but it hurts that we're now going to fall to 1-4 on the season. So we lose another heartbreaker. And if we're learning anything about this team, it's able to at least, be competitive. We're at least, giving teams, a tough time. But, I mean, we're just not in a position right now to really compete for much of anything in the first season of this franchise. But, that being said, we played well overall as a team. We just couldn't get those key moments on our side enough. Jared Goff was pretty good, though. 20 for 31, 248 yards, no touchdowns, but no interceptions as well, which I do like to see. However, we did have a really tough time establishing a running game. Deandre Swift is the only one of note for 14 for 31, and also ended up with a couple of touchdowns, down by the goal line as well. Receivers, though, Tyro Williams did some great stuff for us today. 7 catches for 111 yards. He has really proved himself. First time he's been a #1 wide receiver. He's making the most of that opportunity. TJ Hawkinson, glad to see him being healthy for once. 5 catches, 68 yards. It's his best game yet of the season. And then Quintez Chavez, 4 catches, 56 yards. Not too bad either. The second-year pro of Wisconsin getting the job done. For the defensive side of the ball, we do have Tracy Walker lead us in tackles today. He ended up with 7 total tackles in this ball game. We did not get 200 yards passing. We didn't hold him to less than 200 yards, I believe. If I'm not mistaken, I'm trying to figure out who it was that we're trying to get the breakout bonus for. If I'm not mistaken, it might have been I want to say Romeo Akura. We didn't get any TFLs. We got a sack, so maybe he gets that dev trade, but we'll have to go ahead. We'll get to the main screen to make sure that this is actually the right guy, because I don't know if I'm just reeling from the tough loss we just take, but I just can't remember who had that breakout thing. All right, so it was actually Amani Oluye, and the good news is it looks like he does get an upgrade to his dev trait, so he now has the star development, and we get an XP boost as well. We get 20,000 XP for our defensive backs, which, if I'm not mistaken, that should mean that we should go ahead and maybe see some upgrades here pretty soon. Still sucks that we lost, but that being said, next week we are second half of this episode, we actually will be playing the Bengals at home, led by Joe Burrow. Hopefully, second go around, in this episode, we can actually get our second win of the season. So with that being said, hopefully the second game of this episode goes a little bit better, man. We are at home, so that'll definitely help quite a bit. As Joe Burrow, man, I'll tell you what, I wish that we had the same group of receivers that these Cincinnati Bengals have, man. T. Higgins, Jamar Chase on the outside. Tyler Boyd's probably going to be their slot guy this season. They're going to be a problem for opposing DBs, but they're still a young team, though. You can't make mistakes like that. We still got some pros and some veterans on this squad, man. And we end up getting a big interception, and we needed it, man. Because Jared Goff, he hasn't been doing too hot so far, man. Less than 1,000 yards, 7 touchdowns, and 8 picks so far. But you guys remember from that first regular season game, we threw like 6 interceptions, with Jared Goff in that very first game. And, ever since that, Jared Goff have been doing a much better job of taking care of the football. But at the same time, though, it's not looking as pretty for us as we go ahead. Throw it out to Quincy Chavez. Oh, man. We are riding that struggle bus right now. But we do end up getting that first down, so I do like to see that. As we go ahead and now try to run the football here with Deandre Swift. Just trying to follow the push of the blockers. And Deandre Swift's off to a good start as well. Able to get ourselves another first down to work with here. As we'll drop back, also throw a dot over the left-hand side to Brent Perriman, and we're deep in Cincinnati territory. A great first drive for us to start out here, man. We got a 2nd and 8 now coming up here. Going to try to run the football once again. Deandre Swift finding some holes. And if it wasn't for Logan Wilson, he would have been in that end zone. That would have been 6, but I'm glad we take that 1st and goal opportunity any day of the week. And I'll also take a touchdown from Tyrell Williams. Let's go, man. We are the ones that strike first for a change. We score on the Cincinnati Bengals squad on our very first drive of the game. And look at this throw to Tyrell Williams, man. That's what happens when you have a clean pocket to work with. That's going to be 6 points for us, man. We end up, taking an early 7-0 lead. As we go ahead now, see if we can get as good of a result on the defensive side of the football. If we can get Joe Burrow picked off 2 times in a row, that'll probably help us out quite a bit. We got the momentum all on our side. As Joe Burrow has to drop back, he's going to throw over the middle too. Looks like he finds Tim Boyle for the first down. Is now 1st and 10 again. Joe Burrow looking around, getting hit as he's thrown, but still managing to get it out to Auden Tate. And oh my goodness. You want to talk about Auden Tate is the 4th receiver, man. He is pretty solid for a 4th wide receiver as well, man. So it's crazy out here, but it's just something that we got to deal with. This receiving core, our defensive backfield, certainly going to get tested, and I think they're standing up to the occasion, able to get the stop on defense, forcing the Cincinnati Bengals to at least go ahead and take a field goal here, and that will give the 1st points of the day for the Cincinnati Bengals. But overall, though, we are actually off to a pretty good start right now. As we're up 7-3, let's see if we can keep that momentum going now. Let's get it. So let's go, man. 2nd quarter now underway. Let's see what we got with the good old-fashioned Jared Goff. Got TJ Hockenson over in the middle. Let's see if we can get open for us here. But we go the opposite way. I wanted to try to squeeze it in there, and instead we got picked off by Vontae Bell, man. And the craziest thing is Quinton Chavez, he was open. It was there, but we threw it late. And we're going, we're going to pay for it, man. Man, that was really hard for me to get out. I don't know why, man. But anyways, Bengals have the football, and they get it out to Jamari Chase, the 5th overall pick from this past year's NFL draft. He's able to go ahead and pick up the 1st down. His first catch of the day, by the way. There's a lot of good receivers on this roster, like I said, man. So that being said, 3rd and short coming up here, and the Bengals throwing the football once again and finding Jamar Chase once more. Another 1st down for the rookie wide receiver. He's helping the Bengals put together a really good drive right now, as the Bengals continue to march downfield with not only Joe Burrow but also Joe Mixon too, the 2nd round back out of Oklahoma. Hopefully we can finally get these guys off the field, though, as we finally get them to a 3rd down. Is now 3rd and 6. Joe Burrow dropping back, trying to bowl through, and look at this! Tyler Boyd just mosses one of our defensive backs. Oh my! How about that as a response to go ahead and take the lead? So now down 10-7. I can't believe Tyler Boyd did us dirty like that, man. But we are back out on the field with our offense, as well as Deandre Swift ends up picking up the 1st down for us here, man. As we go ahead trying to get a good drive of our own going for us. Is now 3rd and long coming up here. We need a play from Jared Goff, trying to squeeze one in there. Looking for Tyrell Williams, but that's incomplete. And we have to punt this football away once again. So now we're in a pretty tough spot, man. We need our defense to step up here. Don't want the momentum to completely shift over to Cincinnati before we go into this locker room. Doesn't even matter if we get the ball to start the second half or not. This is just something I'm really trying to avoid right now. As Joe Burrow drops back. He's going to throw a dot over the right-hand side, and look at this. Tyler T. Higgins does it to us again. That's the second time that he mossed us in this game alone. Man, this can we have some of that in real life, you know, for the sake of the Bengals fans? As no surprises here, man. Joe Mixon getting a touchdown. Nobody accounted for him out of the backfield either, so not a great look for us whatsoever. And now we're down 17-7. And there's less than a minute left to work with here in this first half. So now just trying to make something shake here as we go ahead. We throw over to Quincy Chavez. It was a little bit underthrown because of the fact that we were hit as we threw that football, but we still got that completion. That's all that matters at the end of the day. Let's see if we can keep it going here, though, as we throw again on 1st and 10. Throwing over to the left-hand side. Finds Brent Perriman. He actually hurdles away from a defender. How about that? Nice little awareness by Perriman. And it goes for another first down for us, man. Let's go, baby. So now another 1st and 10 to work with. We're getting into Bengals territory. Trying to get it out to TJ Hockenson. He does make the catch for us before we go ahead and take that second timeout. But it will end up in us settling for a field goal eventually. We could not punch it in the end zone, but we do at least go ahead and come away with a field goal. Matthew Wright is still perfect on the season. And we go into halftime right now. We're down by 7. But that being said, we do at least get the ball to start the second half. We just got to play, a little bit better. But before we go ahead and do any of that right now, let's go ahead and take a quick look around the league, see what's going down. And right now, the Green Bay Packers and the Chicago Bears are in a good one. Justin Fields, doing some nice stuff. 5 for 6, 62 yards, and a tub. Chicago Bears down by 7. Meanwhile, in the neighboring state of Indiana, the Colts, led by Carson Wentz, are currently beating the Houston Texans. Houston still looking for their first win of the season. If Deshaun Watson actually doesn't play this season, they could actually go 0-17. They could be the first team to do that. And then, of course, Minnesota Vikings, who we played earlier in this episode, they're up on 10 on the Carolina Panthers. So let's go ahead and get this second half here officially underway, man. We're down by 7, but at least we get the ball to start the second half. So we have a chance to go ahead, tie this game right off rip as Tyro Williams starts us off right, man. Picking up that first down off a tough catch as well. Tight coverage. As we got another 3rd and 3 coming up here. Trying to get it out to that left-hand side. And we get it out to Tyrell Williams once again. Logan Wilson was there. He read that play for us, but we just got it there quick enough, man. And we're driving downfield ourselves, trying to get some points on the board. And look, we're in Bengals territory. We got to come away with some points. Doesn't matter if it's a field goal or a tutty. We just got to make it happen, man, as we got a 3rd and 5 coming up here. We're looking around, trying to throw it out to that corner again, but the curl the 3rd time around does not work for us. And we throw another interception, the 2nd pick for Jared Goff. I'm pretty sure that's pick number 10 on this season already. And yeah, that was a tough one. That should have been picked off rip. That almost was dropped. I probably would have preferred that a whole lot more, but hey, nothing we can do about it now. Let's just hope our defense can come through for us here as we try to throw deep. That might be intercepted too, and look at that. We get the football right back, man. Let's go, man. And we start off in Cincinnati territory, too. Joe Burrow makes a mistake of his own as he was there for a split second, but just did not see that safety. And that was almost dropped, too. Glad he able to corral and make the catch, but we're down 17-10 still. We got to turn this into points, man. And how about this for a nice little run? Deandre Swift getting busy with it, man. Another touchdown, or not another touchdown, another first down for us. I want another touchdown, of course, But we got 1st and 10 coming up here as we are looking around. We're facing some pressure. We find Tyrell Williams deep downfield. Huge first down for us. What a throw by Jared Goff, facing some pressure, right in his face, but still delivered a great football for us, though. That's a huge deal, man, as that ends up going to turn into a touchdown for us. And that means Jamal Williams finds the end zone. And this game is going to be all tied up here once again. It's a 17-17 ball game. And now we put the pressure back on the Cincinnati Bengals, who have it all tied up at 17. They call the perfect play against our blitz, though. And they find T. Higgins once again. Another first down for him. It's now 3rd and short coming up here. Joe Burrow in the shotgun. Going to try to sell out for the run here. But even with that, Joe Mixon finds the running room needed to go ahead and pick up this first down. As we get to another 3rd and inches. Are we going to run with the football again? It's actually a pass. Joe Burrow looking to the right-hand side and finds T. Higgins once more. So 2 3rd down conversions now has the Cincinnati Bengals in the red zone. Looking for our defense to make a stop here. 3rd and short coming as Joe looking around, throwing to the left-hand side, finds his receiver and picks up the first down. This time a goal line situation. Trying to keep him out of the end zone, but Joe Mixon, he's going to go ahead and take care of the rest. And the Bengals retake the lead here, 24-17 ball game. And that's going to end this 3rd quarter as well, man. We need to see them 4s up if we want to go ahead and win this game. Down by 7. So let's go. Let's see what our offense can do. We need this touchdown. Let's see if we can get that response. Trying to get him with a play action, as we might have fooled them a little bit. We got a man downfield, and we find Tyrell Williams. Please, if he stayed in bounds, that would have been a much bigger gain, but still got that first down, though. We still keep this drive alive. As now, 1st and 10. Goff going to throw it out to the right-hand side, finds Quincy Chavez. He's going to go ahead and pick up the first. As a few plays later now, 3rd and 10 coming up here. We do another play action, looking out to the right-hand side, getting that out route to Brett Perriman. He's able to get both of his feet down and get that first down, keep that drive going. That's a big throw by Jared Goff. Able to get it in there to where only he can grab it. As we throw towards the end zone, we find TJ Hawkinson. Yes, sir! Touchdown, Lions! And there's the response that we were looking for, man. This thing is all tied up at 24 apiece. Good throw out to TJ Hawkinson, by the way. As we'll go ahead, tie this ball game right up. And look, we get 1 stop on defense, we're winning this game. I feel it in my bones. That's easier said than done, though. This is a really good team, as Tyler Boyd ends up making the catch there. So now 2nd and 9 coming up here as Joe Burrow drops back again. Throwing once again over the middle, but Jamar Chase getting his hands on the football, though. It's now a 3rd and short here. Burrow going to hand it off to Joe Mixon, but we deny them. We might have even gotten to the backfield, too. And it's 4th down. Got to give the football right back over to us. And with 4 minutes left, we got a chance to win this game. Is now Goff going to throw quickly over the middle of the field. Finds Charlie Temepu. And it's a big first down for us. Let's keep this thing going. This is the game-winning drive. I'm feeling it right now. Is now less than 3 minutes left in the game. Going to hand it off here. Got to keep him on the toes a little bit. And look at that. Deandre Swift picking up the first down. And that's going to be a big one for us. We don't even have to go no huddle just yet. We have the 2-minute warning that we have to work with, which just happened to pass for us. And we also even have all of our timeouts. So you love to see that. Deandre Swift going ahead, picking up that first down. And we're in field goal range for Matt Wright. So we can at least take our time a little bit here. Trying to get some time off the clock here before this game is over. Although Deandre Swift has something else to say. Gets tackled by Jesse Bates III. But we're forcing some timeouts here. Bengals only have 1 timeout remaining here. This could potentially be the dagger. Is now Gonna hand the football off once again. Keep it in the middle of the field. And Deandre Swift just has all this space in the world and didn't necessarily mean to score there. But, hey, we'll take that chance when we get it. I trust our defense. It's been playing pretty well overall in this second half. Let's see it get a job done and get our second win of this season. But here comes the Bengals. 2nd and 10 coming up. Burrow in the shotgun. Gonna drop back the pass with a clean pocket. Finds Jamar Chase once again. And now they're across midfield here. But we're running out of time, though. Can we hold on and win this thing? 15 seconds left. Burrow, he's got to get out of bounds. But Joe Mixon, I don't think he gets there. He did not get out of bounds, and that's how it ends, man. We see the clock hit triple zeros in this fourth quarter, and we get ourselves our second win of the season. Hard-fought game, but we find a way to win it. And our Lions beat the Cincinnati Bengals by a final score of 31-24. So we ended how we needed to. We take care of business. We get, yes, our second win in this series, baby. We end up beating the Cincinnati Bengals 31-24. Feels good to, get a nice win. Joe Burrow had a nice game overall, though. 342, 2 touchdowns, 2 picks. Jared Goff, though, was pretty solid himself. 20 for 29, 247 yards, 2 touchdowns. Did have 2 interceptions, though. It's the most picks that he had since the very first game of the regular season that we originally had. But that being said, we did what we needed to do in the air. Deandre Swift was also really good for us on the ground. 24 for 146. A touchdown with Tyrell Williams. He also finds a way to get into the end zone on top of that. As for our receiving game, Tyro Williams continues to impress as he ends up with 6 catches for 85 yards and a tub. And then we also got TJ Hockenson as well. 5 catches for 49 yards and a touchdown from the arm of Jared Goff as well. Breshard Perriman also had a nice game. He ended up with 3 catches for 51 yards. On the defensive side of football, Tracy Walker led the team in tackles today with Will Harris not too far behind. He ended up with 7 total tackles of the day. That being said, though, he had both of the interceptions that he got from Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow throwing 2 interceptions. Will Harris, the Boston College third-year product, with both of those picks. We did only end up with 1 sack, though. It's something that we should probably work on in the offseason. Working on getting some pass rushers on this team, man, because that's something that I've definitely noticed. We have a really hard time getting to this quarterback. But Julian Okwara and Michael Brockers, they both combined to sack Joe Burrow for the 1 time. Although, that being said, the Bengals offensive line has improved since last season. So we get to the end of the game, and we find out that we actually have a few players that are going to get some upgrades. Penei Sewell is one of them. We still have not found out his dev trait yet. He hasn't played 500 downs in the league just yet. He is getting close to that. I'm hoping his dev trait is pretty good. At least that's what I'm hoping and praying for. But we're going to improve pass protection. And Penei Sewell actually goes up 2 overalls. So he's now a 76, which I certainly like to see. Hopefully he's a good has a good dev trait. Jonah Jackson, also on our offensive line, does end up getting the getting a upgrade to work with as well. We're gonna put that on power, and same thing for Jonah Jackson. He also goes up a couple of overall. He moves up to a 72 and has a star trait as well, the Ohio State product. That's something that I do really like to see. Even though he's not that great right now, he can really turn into something special for sure. And then finally, Will Harris, who had those 2 interceptions in the game, man. We like to improve that hybrid safety, and he is now a 70 overall with that +3 to awareness and +1 to play recognition. So with that being said, next episode, we will go on the road away from the friendly confines of Ford Field. We are going to take on a team that has surprisingly struggled quite a bit here. The LA Rams, who are 1-5, they are led by Matthew Stafford, who is a former Detroit Lion. So this is the coming home party for Jared Goff. So we'll see if we can help Jared Goff get some revenge. But in the meantime, if you enjoyed the content, make sure you smash that like button. And also, hit subscribe if you have to be brand new. This is John J. Gaming on the mic signing off. I'm hoping you're all out there having a good one. Take care, everybody.